Hello, hello, how are you? Are you doing good? We're gonna do a sketch with me video today! How exciting is that? It has been so long since I've actually done one of these, and I did a poll on Twitter, actually. I was like, hey guys, what do you want to see next on my channel? And I just kind of decided not to listen to the poll, I guess, because literally everything was like 22 to 25%, and it was almost a tie for everything. And so I was like, you know what, we're just gonna do a sketch with me video. That sounds pretty fun, right? Right. So I finished a sketchbook probably around Christmas, maybe in January actually. And I loved that sketchbook. It was the one I took to Europe with me, and I just felt attached to it. So once I finished that, I did not feel motivated to kind of start a new one. And I'm usually the kind of person who likes to draw pretty often, so that was kind of weird for me. And yeah, now we're in a new sketchbook. Tell me, because I love to ask this in pretty much every video, what was the last thing you drew, or painted, or created? I don't know. Did you crochet something? Or what? What do you do? What do you do for creativity? What makes you happy? Let me know down below in the comments. I am kind of full of energy today. Guess what, guys? I almost blew away today. It is so windy here. So if you hear like rustling in the background or weird sounds, I can assure you that it is actually the wind. It is still really windy. But I was leaving work and I opened the door. I'm a very small person, by the way, so I opened the door and the wind just kind of like ripped me out of the building with the door. I was like, whoa there. So my lunchbox went flying and I tried to push the door shut, and I'm like swaying in the wind, and it was quite comical. Anyway, back to the drawing. I got these new pencils, and as you can see, they're mechanical pencils, but they're colored pencils. How sweet is that, right? I saw a couple people using these. My friend Marie from Catvok was using them, and I was like, that looks so fun. So I tried it, and I'm digging it. They are called Pilot Color Eno pencils, and I got the 0.7 lead ones. I don't really like smaller lead. I will say the lead breaks very easily on these, so if you press hard, just be careful. I broke a lot of lead. But when I started this, I was like, hey, let's just stick with one color, because these are bright. And I wasn't even sure what I wanted to do. So I picked a color first, and then I found a reference photo, kind of went with it. I found a girl with like curly long hair and a hat, and she didn't really look like this. I changed a lot of stuff, but I needed to know how to draw her hands and the hat. So reference photos are good for proportional things, but yeah. I would like to get better at drawing hands. That's like where I kind of just actually avoid it. I was gonna say that's where I stumble, because it is, but then I realized I usually just avoid it and pretend that it's not a problem. Yeah, how many of us do that? Probably a lot of us, or at least me. I'll admit it. Do you hear that wind yet? I'm not sure. Let me pause. You probably hear a wind chime because my neighbor has one and it's always going. Oh, by the way, I got some new backgrounds for my YouTube videos. I used to use this palish floral background. you're probably very familiar with it if you come to my channel often. But if you don't, feel free to hit that subscribe button and join my art family. We're like a little community here, and we love talking down below in the comments. And it's just really fun. We're all friends. Yeah. What was I saying? Backgrounds. Got a couple new ones. There's like 8 new ones. You'll see them periodically changing. I'm really digging the one I'm using right now, so we'll stick with it. For now. I don't know. Today is one of those just whimsical, slap happy days, and yeah. I don't know if I want to listen to my recording once I finish it. I don't know. I might think I'm overly energetic. That's okay though. So this drawing, I kind of focused on the concept of like I wanted a variance in my line thickness. I've noticed like a lot of the styles I really am attracted to have variance in line thickness. And I don't really do that very much, and I feel like, well, if I'm really drawn to those styles, maybe I should see how it changes my own style if I incorporate that kind of variance with my own artwork. I don't want to copy somebody else's style, but I want to use that technique. And so I want to slowly bring it into what I'm doing, and we'll just kind of go from there. I really love experimenting with stuff. It's fun. That's why I'm like using different media all the time. I would really love to do some more colored pencil stuff, like not mechanical pencil kind of things, but like Prismacolor or what's that other one called? Polychromos? Am I pronouncing that right? You can correct me if I'm wrong. I've never said it out loud before. Well, maybe I have. I don't know. But, I think what happened was mine hit some trauma, and a lot of the lead is like shattered into bits, so not like a huge priority to replace them at the moment. We'll just roll with what we have. After I finished kind of shading and adding some details, I was like, let's do this rainbow outline around her. I think that would be cute. So that's what I did. And I was happy with how it turned out. I don't know. It was kind of fun for a sketchbook drawing. It maybe took an hour. I was watching a show as I was doing this though, so it may not have actually taken an hour if you feel me. I encourage you to start a sketchbook if you are interested in art, or maybe you feel like you want to practice more. It's a fun thing. I love it. When my husband and I go to cafes, he studies for medical school and I draw. It's great. Here's the close-up, and I hope you come back for the next video, probably in like 6 or 7 days. Yeah. Have a good day, guys, and thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. See you soon!